Here we have the daily price chart for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. As we can see here, we had a very strong close to last week's trading sessions. We essentially closed at the highs here. And if we kind of zoom in on this most recent price candle, this is a daily chart. So each one of these candles represents a 1 day trading period. Um, here we can see that, this is a very decisive candle here. We open down here at roughly $26 per share. And then we move strongly right up to roughly 27.25, and then we close right at those highs. We did actually see 27.25 trading, so that is technically the official high for this trading period. And overall, that's a very decisive, strong bull candle there. There's really not much suggesting potential downside or upcoming downside corrective retracements, downside reversals, things like that. Overall, this is an encouraging picture here, and this is essentially the outcome that we were expecting. We were expecting a retest of these prior highs, which came in from the March 7 trading period. Here, the highs posted at 27.50. We weren't quite able to reach, we weren't able to quite get there on Friday, but I fully expect this level to be tested in the upcoming trading session. So I do believe that we will see a clear test and an upside break on Monday. Um, Overall, you do need to kind of factor in the tone of the broader market. If we do start to see some, maybe broader selling in the Nasdaq and in the S&P 500, we could see a bit of headwinds here. But overall, this is a train that's headed straight for that 2750 level, and I don't expect that level to hold up much longer. So even if we do see some short sellers emerge, or some profit taking here, or even a negative trading day, this is just a matter of time before this price level breaks. So currently, we have to kind of define the outlook here. We were expecting these price moves because we essentially had a triple bottom formation, which occurred just prior to this break and just prior to this rally higher, really. The level that we were watching came in at roughly 2060, the 2060 mark. As we can see here, this level was tested on 3 separate occasions. It held up very well. This is a very strong support level. We did see a bit of a downside move here, but on subsequent tests, the price low, I should say, was actually a bit higher. So we would define this critical level here now to the downside as coming in at 2060. We always have to look for the potential downside here, and what if our outlook is wrong and all of that. So if we were going to make those types of assessments in the other direction, I would consider changing my stance on a break of 2060. But we have quite a few levels before there, which are likely to contain selling pressure. So I honestly don't even expect a retest of this anytime soon. But this is essentially what it would take in order for me to start to turn the bias and the outlook into a different direction. Okay, so going forward here, we can see that this price zone did result in some strong upward movements. Even the corrective retracements here were a bit weak, and we did find support levels right into this 20-day exponential moving average. That would be this yellow line here. And this was not surprising because there were many reasons this was not surprising. One of which would be the fact that we did have an upward cross here in the moving averages themselves. As I said, this yellow line here is the 20-day exponential moving average. The orange line is the 50-day exponential moving average. So here we've got a moving average crossover, and we can see that the shorter term EMA crossed above the longer term EMA. We can kind of zoom in on that a bit here. That would be this price point here. So, this is definitely a bullish signal, and it does suggest that, prices would continue moving higher right after posting a very strong support zone. I mean, a triple bottom support zone is extremely strong. If this level does hold on multiple occasions, and then we do see a significant bounce here followed by additional technical signals, you do ultimately expect to see further rallies. And this is what we were basing these price projections on. And this did ultimately result in further gains here. Some people maybe are a bit disappointed we didn't break to new highs. I'm not very concerned about that. I mean, you do need to have a little bit of patience with these types of events. We also had a holiday thinned trading week last week, so there wasn't even any trading on Thursday. So if this was a normal week, I think we probably would have seen an upside break of the prior resistance levels, and I do think that we would have seen a new all-time high post in this stock last week if it was a normal trading week, but it wasn't. There were a few factors that were influencing prices. Not only did we have the 4th of July holiday where markets were closed, but we also had the non-farm payrolls posting on Friday, which does affect volatility. That is a fairly significant economic report. It's generally considered to be the most important economic report, even more than inflation in most cases. Here we did have a very decisive move here. I mean, there's no doubt about this. We're not seeing much two-way action here. And as you can see, my price projection here was for an upside break of this prior resistance level. We can call that, this was a bit earlier. Not really the ultimate high here. Um, but I was definitely calling for a break of this 2660 level, and then a retest of the all-time highs. So we are currently seeing these events unfold. I would expect to see continued upside price movement. I would watch a bit for the overall trend in the broader market, because we are coming into some fairly significant levels here. There's going to be some type of selling pressure. I mean, to just dismiss this level completely would be the wrong way of looking at things. You never want to do that with any stock. So even though the outlook here is bullish, um, we don't really want to just dismiss this 2750 level as being insignificant. If we did see a negative market day on Monday, and maybe all stocks are kind of treading lower a bit, we would ultimately then create a significant double top here at the 2750 level. And that would be a negative event. So that would be another potential bearish factor that should be considered here. But overall, we still have positive momentum here in the indicator reading. I should draw that a bit better. I moved from a different time frame, so that momentum trend line was a bit off. It was based on the prior time frame. But overall, the momentum reading does remain positive here. There's nothing really to suggest that we're running into major, problems anytime soon. We do have a bit of an oversold condition on the indicator reading, but as long as this uptrend line remains intact, and the overall momentum does remain positive, I think that we can still extend from here, um, and then ultimately create new all-time highs for this stock next week. So here's the current market analysis for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR.